Warning, this podcast has some swears in it.
I'd rate it PG-13 at most, but let's just be on the safe side and say viewer discretion is advised. Time to raise your blades, heroes.
And check some vibes.
It's the Heroes Blade Vibe Check.
Oh, we're live. What's up? How's it going?
Hey, guys.
It's your boy. It's your boy, Johnny Mardu. And we got DJ Space Girl over here. What's up?
Hey.
Yeah, we're doing it live
what the
again.
Fuck is up?
We're doing it.
Bro said we were
how does
doing
the
it
audio
live,
sound?
so we're doing it live.
We're doing it live because I had a couple weeks off work and I was like, fuck it, let's just hang out. How does the audio? Yeah, how does the audio sound? Audio's good, great.
Cool, we got the thumbs up from Bjorn with it. Perfect. He also said this is a sick ass beat. This you, Quinn. I don't know which one you chose for the intro, but I do pretty much all of the music for the podcast. So yeah,
it's the usual intro music.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Unless you hit us, I'm sitting the ad break for the Vision. Oh shit, Gabe's here too. Oh hell yeah. So yeah, we're like, let's just do it live. Let's just do it live just because let's see what everyone's up to during the day live. Because we'll do it live. We'll be dealing with some minor audio latency between the two of us because I had to work with Brandon, the producer, to get all this shit figured out. So yeah, we did it. We're here. Gabe's here. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, so
lovely to see you all. We've got Gabe, we've got Anya Stay in the chat, we've got Light, we've got Bjorn with it, Lenny came through, there's Cole himself posting in the chat.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Light's in there being like, there's a loop. I'm like, yeah, I know. Sorry, it was not Light. Sorry, it was Matt being like, there's a loop count. I'm like, yeah, I know. That was the point. Just in case we needed a bit of extra time to get this whole thing started. So
hashtag loop count 1.
Let's kind of vaguely do what we normally do because we had just recorded an episode with Kyle from the Legendary Creature podcast on Friday. So we're like, okay.
Light started the loop count. We got to make sure that we get that clarified.
Okay. No stealing, no stealing someone else's bit. Okay, we're not allowed to do that ever. Not once.
Original content. Do not steal. I say that like I didn't literally rip a bass line from somebody else who didn't deserve it. Like just yesterday or some shit. Hey, G3, what's good?
G3's in here too. Okay, hey, yeah, it's a party. So yeah, we're doing it a bit different. Brandon helped work on this little visualizer bar. I did the overlay for the whole thing, and I had to do it from scratch a few nights ago because I was like, I want to figure out how to become a poison for AI digestion. Ooh,
That's a very aspirational goal, and I hope that you figure that out.
Gabe, when is that album coming out? Because I already pre-bought it. I just wanted to remember it's like June 1st. Yeah. Okay. Let's attempt to try to start the podcast like we do, except we didn't run a script, so we're just gonna like try and do it. So, Quinn, I have a complaint.
Like, we're just gonna do it live. There's no document. We'll be fine. And I'm just like, all right, if you say so.
Yeah, I need you up. I need you up at this time, and I need you to be a human being for me.
I can do that for you now, but I'm never doing that in the evening again until you're in the group chat confirmed because you were fucking late and completely undid my work previously.
I had to cook. I could go on about this forever, but my girlfriend is a very picky eater, and she was just gonna go like, I guess I'll either like make the most sad, depressing girl dinner, or I'm gonna order out. And I'm like, we can't keep spending money like this. I'm going to cook dinner. And then she's like, wow, thanks for doing this. And I'm like, good, because I gotta go. Like, I need to go like right now. And then you gave me shit, and I'm like, well, that's actually fair. I said what I said. So anyway, your complaints aside, I have a complaint because we got to talk about non-hobby stuff for a minute. And
okay.
The lead up to the complaint. Can I unfreeze so I don't look like a freaking... No, stop lagging. I need first of all, I'm blaming Brandon for any lag of this video. That's what I'm doing straight up.
You gotta just let it rock.
Complaint
it's fine.
Complaint number 1. Complaint number 2. So I'm gonna go see, maybe later, maybe tomorrow, I'm gonna go see Gundam Hathaway, what's the subtitle? The something of Cersei, the Curse of Cersei.
Dude, none of those are real. It's fine. Are they still deep throating Universal Century?
The Sorcery of Nymph Cersei. That's what the title is. So, it's the sequel to. So they're adapting the Gundam Hathaway's Flash like novels and manga and whatever, and it's a Universal Century Gundams movie trilogy. And I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go watch it because it's the last Hathaway movie was visually stunning. There were maybe like realistically 2 Gundam fights in the movie, and everyone's like, what's with this fucking exposition and like why, like, what the hell? I want Gundams to explode. I want big robot, right? And if you say you want a big robot
Gundam
fight,
is never just about big robot. It's about ideology.
It's about, so anyway, so it's post Char's counterattack, and Hathaway, who was a little punk in that movie, grew up and was like, but what if I was Char Aznable and made people like get off of Earth and become an eco-terrorist? And we're like, sure, yeah, why not? And the long and short of it is, I fucking hate the Universal Century, but I'm still a sucker enough to go like watch this goddamn movie. Like,
you are not immune to giant robot.
Like, yeah, there's really not much more to say. Like, I have the only high hopes is that it's going to be stunning visual quality, which it usually is. And the music's made by Hironuki Sawano, who his music is always fucking awesome. And then their licensed track for, I think, either like the opening or the closing of the movie is Sweet Child of Mine, which I was like, man, if Japan loves anything else, they love. Yeah, like they're like, man, I love Guns N' Roses. I'm like, sure, why not? Go for it. So yeah, that's my plans for later today after this is done, whenever this is going to be done. And I'm going to go by myself. I normally don't go watch a movie by myself, but I was like, yeah, I got 2 weeks off. I can do whatever the fuck I want, just about. It's going to be great.
Yeah, you're a free man. You don't have the yoke of capitalism dragging you down. Go watch that movie by yourself, babes. Enjoy.
Yeah. In the 3.5 calendar days since we last
we're posting
recorded.
Coal on Main. Am I late to this joke? Hey, Benji.
Yeah, surprisingly. Yeah, so have outside of the content that we will not talk about that we did 3 days ago, what have you done anything within the last like 72 hours for hobbies?
Yeah, I played more Final Fantasy 3, and oh man, I'm so fucking frustrated that they made me like the summoner roleplay experience is good now, and it had to fight through 2/3 of the game to get to the point where it's good, and maybe it made all of that bullshit previously worth it, and so now I have complex feelings about summoner roleplay in Final Fantasy III, and that particular aspect of the game might be getting a fucking B+ from me, which is bullshit.
How did they turn it around in less than like 4 days for you? Like, that's crazy.
The thing is, the summoner roleplay is about going to remote locales and finding fearsome beasts of awesome power and letting them test your mettle and being proven sufficient, and then earning their respect and getting to call upon them in battle. And the first 5 summons in Final Fantasy III, you basically can go to fucking Walmart and buy them. Now, it is a remote Walmart that only exists on like 2 islands, so it's not exactly that, but it is still like you can go to the store and buy the phone number of the manifestation of fire, ice, and lightning and earth and call them up in battle so you can get their aid. And the first 2/3 of the game, you don't even have access to the traditional summoner class. You're a fucking evoker, which is the like baby summoner class. And so when you dial that phone number, they don't give you their full power. They give you either an offensive move or a defensive move. And unless it's like Titan, in which case all of their moves are punching. But once you've accomplished the task of getting the light of all 4 crystals, then you get access to the summoner class, and when you call upon the summons, you get their full might, and then you go and journey, and you can find Odin and Leviathan and Bahamut, and then you do actually have to let them test the strength of the light within you and be found sufficient before they'll allow you access to their power. And having gone through all of those trials and tribulations, it actually feels like a good summoner roleplay experience, but it only feels like that in the context of the full game. You have to fight through 2/3 of game that is mid before you get to the part where being a summoner whips ass. And fuck, dude, if that doesn't make it all worth it.
Yeah, I mean,
so yeah,
we did talk. It's going to be interesting, like how I choose to release this episode in relation to the other one, and people can figure it out. But the fact that Final Fantasy III, the remake, the quote unquote remake version on the DS, doesn't do enough to like even adjust like the placement of stuff. Like you're like, no, you will not get this until like you're at basically end game. And then suddenly we're going to 180 your opinion of it and like give you whiplash. And you're just like, well, the bar for Empress Quinn's summoner roleplay experience is actually surprisingly very low. And if you can get over that hurdle, you've rapidly increased your rank in the tier list. Like it turns out. It is true.
The thing is, I've been to the peak. Like I've played Final Fantasy IV. I know Rydia. I've played Final Fantasy X. Yeah. I know Yuna. Like I shout out to Bjorn in the chat who's like, those are your summoner goats. You are correct.
Yeah.
That is incredible summoner roleplay in those 2 characters. But they managed to give you a portion of that experience in Final Fantasy III, and that's the first appearance of summons in the series. So like they didn't know what they were doing yet, but you can see the foundation that they were laying, and by the time you get to the late game, they really fucking pay it off. And I don't know, that kind of just redeems my opinion of the rest of the game so far.
Yeah, but now you actually have to like close it out to its entirety.
Yeah, we do have to finish the game. We're at the Ancient's Maze, so we got to finish that, and then we got to finish the Crystal Tower, and then we got to finish the Dark World, and then the game will be finished, and we'll roll credits on that. But I've got my end game drip. I have all of my... Not really. The Dark World is just like an area. It's not like a mirrored version of the main map or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've got my endgame drip. We've got our final classes. We've got our magic collections filled out, except for the ultimate black and white magics of like Meteor and Flare and Holy.
Oh, man. Now that we're talking about summons, and we're going to take a brief magic tangent before seeing if we could need to go back into non-magic stuff. But like, the summoner roleplay experience in Magic is such an interesting thing to talk with people about. Like, someone was like, oh man, like I want to put like Bahamut and all these other like summon creatures in the deck. And I can't remember for the life of me what color combo or pairing that they were thinking about. And we like talked about it, and they were like, do I take decks apart or whatever? And I'm like, I think maybe it was was it Jund or was it no, it was someone was going like, I want to make a Simic summoner deck. I'm like, oh man, come on. Like that's too easy. You make the most trivialized Simic bullshit summoner experience, and then they're like, and then the top end will be summon Titan and summon Bahamut and whatever. You're just like, okay, Scryfall, show me how many summons there are valid for this color combo. 10? Yeah, sure, I guess, whatever. Throw a clone or two in there and you get 3 Bahamuts. Go for it. I'm just shaking my head, though.
Yeah, the problem with summoner roleplay that is blue inclusive, like when the deck is cooking, it does just look like looping summon Leviathan and summon Bahamut, probably. Which is like maybe not the most interesting. Yeah. You're missing out on a lot of the like lower end summons. I shout out to Bant for having a lot of the lower end options, and Yuna in particular for being the Bant summoner deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It gives you a lot more roleplay options.
I was thinking about it recently where I'm like, I kind of wish and hope that of any like quote unquote Universes Beyond sets they do again or return to is they somehow do like Final Fantasy again, which like what do you do on the second time around after you like front load it the way that they did? But then the second one is like anything Dungeons and Dragons related, just for like gods and whatever. Micah,
you're wildin'. Final Fantasy sloppy seconds, bro. What the hell? Hell of a first chat, my guy.
You know what? Go to Newgrounds and you can find that. I guarantee you. But we are not doing that. Also, Benji being like tactics. Yeah, they do have like all the supplement, the like secondary.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other games in the series that you can pull from. Like, there's so many games that aren't just the main line
Final
16.
Fantasy. I want Universes Beyond, Final Fantasy, The Crystal Chronicles, The Crystal Bearers, and I will accept nothing less.
Holy shit, we got Spirits Within fans in the chat?
Gabe,
no way, nobody's
not.
Seen that movie.
No one but me
might actually
and Gabe.
Bang. I haven't watched it yet, but it has potential. I need to give it a fair shake.
I remember you read about how we know Tetsuya
Mystic
Nomura
Quest, bro,
is
that's
like,
a saga game.
So years ago when they were doing the promo for Spirits Within, I can't remember who the main lady was, but like, you know, we're talking about like at the time it was like the next step in 3D animation or whatever. And they're like, this is the most human-like we've ever made people look like. And they put her on like a magazine in a bikini. And like, I can't remember if they like doctored her head on the body or they like fully CG'd her body in a bikini, and they're like, yeah, this is what 3D babes look like. And I'm just like, the 90s and early 2000s were quite a different time when they were trying to promo this shit.
It was an impressive technical feat to do that level of organic rendering at that day. They didn't have shit like that until they did. And a lot owes quite, like a lot of what we do today and all of that owes quite a bit to the fucking 3D animation that they did back then. And fucking shout out to rendering hot 3D babes for getting us to where we did technologically.
Yeah. Although that being said, here's another Cole complaint because we gotta keep doing it. We were just coming off a Lara Croft triangle boobs. Yeah. True enough.
Yeah, see, the technology was like that until it was a lot better. Oh, what, Dead or Alive? Bro, Dead or Alive.
Relax. Listen, we're not talking
Shout
about...
out to them.
We're not talking about, what the fuck?
They're the
Beach
worst,
Extreme
affectionate.
or whatever the fuck. So,
Extreme beach
like,
volleyball.
the new... Yeah. There's that new Lara Croft game coming out. Or do Tomb Raider, whatever you want to say it. But, like, people are, like, hooting and hollering because it's a return to form because Laura looks like what she was meant to look like when she had triangle boobs. Wow. There's this comment section is going crazy today. Anyway, one of my complaints nowadays in terms of video games is that we are doing too much realism and not enough stylized bullshit, you know? I'm so sick and tired of 200 gigabyte video games because someone's like, I have to render the pores on this character's skin at all times, even when you're playing the game. Compared to like, I don't know, whatever the fuck Twilight Princess was doing like 20 years ago. And I'm saying that because I'm still playing through my Twilight Princess replay on the computer. Which, by the way, you can do that. Go look into that. It's pretty fun running like widescreen Twilight Princess at solid. I mean, when is it not going to run at 60 frames per second on like modern hardware, right? But it's, no longer unlocked. It's unlocked, unshackled from like GameCube limitations or whatever the fuck you want to like look at it, right? But we need more of like stylized games like that than hyper realism simulator, the game that has to like your computer is going to be set on fire. No, Lenny,
Cole, I'm begging you to
don't even
spend
get me started.
$20 in Steam's indie section if you want stylized. Yeah, that's true. People are still making cool stylized games. You just don't hear about them.
Shout out to the game website Fanatical, where I've been getting a bunch of Steam games on sale, and they will give you like a random Steam bundle for like, I think $4 or $5, like on top of it. Yeah, it exists, but I'm just saying that like the AAA experience is very much like we need to focus on the hyperrealism, and I need them to like chill the fuck out, and they need to like do what the indies are doing. But whatever, it's the gaming industry's on fucking fire, and it's a fucking movie.
It is on fire. Shout out to Dead as Disco, though. That shit looks fucking incredible and is stylish as hell and is still in early access. So I'm like tapping my watch, waiting for the game to actually finish because I'm not interested in playing early access games. I want that shit as it's released and like done. But shit's looking fucking sweet, dude.
My girlfriend and her brother just quote unquote finished playing Subnautica 2 because I'm pretty sure it's still early access, and she was like, I gotta jump on this right away. I'm like, are you sure? And then she got it on Thursday night, and her brother finished it or are nearly finishing it like as of yesterday, and I'm like, fuck off. Like, what do you mean? You just got the game. And then she had the audacity and come into the living room the other day, and I think I had just finished the Lake Bed Temple or I had just finished Arbiter's Grounds, and she's like, "You're already done?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, hello. Who do you think I am? What am I, a scrub? Like, it's Twilight Princess.
It's just Legend of Zelda. It's fine. We can get through these pretty quick.
Speaking of early access games, and like, you know, a lot of games that are like in that early access, like purgatory, some like actually come out on the other end better for it. And I gotta shout out Witchfire. I haven't played that in a hot minute, but I've been meaning to do it. If you like, what the fuck is it? If you like Destiny 2 and you like roguelike extraction shooters, like, I guess it's kind of roguelike. I don't know. The description's changed quite a few times since they've got into it, but it's so cool because you're playing like a witch hunt era, like Catholic gunslinger guy who's like infected with the titular Witchfire, and he's like, I'm cursed to live forever and fight for God. And I'm like, yeah, this is some fucking whatever, dude. It's fucking grimdark shooter shit. It fucking plays awesome and it feels awesome, and it gets eventually hard where Empress Quid would never want to touch this thing with a 50-foot pole. And then Far Far West. Gabe, isn't that the one where it's like the robot like 4-player Western friend slop shooter?
A friend slop shooter, bro? What?
I don't know. No, yeah. Well, no, because that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, if there's anything that could arguably be like a AA game where it's multiplayer, it's probably the most stylized, simple gameplay loop that you've ever seen. So like Peak, I think, was one. Any of those like horror survival ones. This one I saw clips of, and Far Far West is like you and your friends are playing like robot desperados, going around doing like friend slop shit together, and it looks and sounds freaking awesome. So, yeah, it's closer to like Borderlands 2 and Helldivers. Yeah, okay, sure, yeah, whatever. I saw the simple gameplay loop, and part of me was like, maybe my girlfriend and I'll maybe get into that, but we'll have to see. Let's shift it to do maybe a vibe check, yeah?
Yeah, let's check some fucking vibes. Also, Light says, like is such a strong word to excuse the hours I've dumped into Destiny. And yet.
Yeah, don't worry. I quickly got on Destiny 2 during the pandemic in like 2020 or 2021. And then I saw the writing on the wall and was like, hell no. And now I see what they've done with it. I'm like, well, I'm glad I didn't stick around with it. And then, Matt, you have to talk to Quinn about that. I cannot guarantee anything.
Oh, and shout out to Ash Ketchum. You know we gotta do it to him. And glad to be here for you. And thanks for coming through. And HBVC peeps, you need to bully Quinn into playing D&D with us soon. I think that Dungeons and Dragons is a game about combat, and that combat is the worst part of Dungeons and Dragons. So if you can square that circle, perhaps I'll play.
So I talked about Agnes recently, and I think I'll try and like skip Agnes because like that is for like future episode stuff. The long and short of it is, the last time we recorded, I was like, I made Agnes. I'm going to play Agnes this weekend. I played Agnes this weekend. It turns out it's pretty good.
I have also played Agnes. Turns out it's pretty good.
I'll do a shout out for a deck or a legend that I haven't played in a very long time, but it's Sultai, and I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this, but we'll do it anyway.
Sidisi Sultai legend. Oh my!
Sidisi Brood Tyrant is probably the most honorary / based Sultai legend, because it has been power crept to shit. But if you want like zombies and stuff, that's the way you got to do it. And she loves. Oh, but also, hey, she's a Titan. So like, Light. I don't want to fucking hear it, okay? No. Hold on. I'm going to just derail this entire fucking thing. Light, how fucking dare you come into my chat and be like, fuck you? I can tell you, in fact, as the champion of it, that fucking dinosaur fucking sucks. I'm sick of it. I'm sorry. Every time you're like, wow, look at all these 5 keywords I need, and at least one of them is hexproof, and then suddenly I'm like, I don't play enough board wipes to deal with your bullshit. Anyway, Sidisi is the most base Sultai Legend period of all time because it's been powercraft to shit. I need this thing printed at an uncommon rarity, and I also need new artwork for no particular reason.
All right, beef aside, chat vibe check, Brokos, Apex of Forever. Yeah, sure, if you want to spend your points, we can do that. Brokos itself passes the vibe check, obvious. It's a large with trample, benefits incredibly well from the free +3 and getting in there for beef. The thing is Brokos isn't usually entering the battlefield. Brokos is mutating on top of something that has already entered the battlefield. Mm-hmm. And in those situations, I don't know how good or useful the Hero's Blade is going to be because it's not getting auto-equipped. Now, if the rest of your deck's base things that you're mutating on is legendary, then sure, yeah, I could see that because you've got your what is the Siren's name? Malcolm, who you can play and have that guy enter and pick up the Hero's Blade and then mutate Brokos on top of that, then yeah, that type of thing works. But we are... if we're not paying special attention to having legendary targets that are small to mutate on top of, I don't know if I would bother with the slot on the Hero's Blade.
That's fair.
Charlotte says, honestly, I feel like Yarok is way less loud relatively than he was on release. I am probably in agreement with that. However, it is still a Harmonicon, and if you put a Harmonicon in the command zone, I am still killing you with hammers. That's just an on-principle thing for me. I'm looking at your peak gamer greed, and I'm judging you and finding you wanting.
In terms of hold on a second. I'm like, the shelf popped out as something. I don't know. What is this doing here? Excuse me.
Greasefang passes the vibe check, but she absolutely doesn't need the power buff because I don't know what you want a crew that's bigger than 4 power already. And she's never going to combat. That girl is here to tap to crew Parhelion.
Yeah. Benji saying Tatsunari is based. Now, Tatsunari may be based.
Is based, actually, and is only getting better the more frogs that they print.
But I will say that, I don't know, does Tatsunari pass the vibe check, or does Kami pass the vibe check?
I think they both do. You're usually not swinging with Kami because your game plan is burn and you don't want to put Kami at risk. But if Kami's picking up that Hero's Blade, yeah, fucking get their ass in there, bro.
Ginger
Kazur and Ukima? Yeah, that is pretty chill unless you're doing food chain BS. I do really like Ukima.
Sir Ginger. Yeah, this Sir Ginger is pretty fucked up. Oh, I just remembered Lenny's not going to hear the thing that I said on the last podcast recording until later this week. So I think I'll hold my tongue until then. What could this possibly mean? We will not elaborate. And Quinn's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Don't worry, we'll find you will remember.
Okay.
Tatsunari's Bower Passage. Yeah, no, in that sense, yeah, both can get in. But Ukima is so cool, but he stole all the aura and left none for Kazura. This is so true.
That is very true. Hey. People are in... Kazur is so fucking slept on. People are building solo Ukima decks and completely just ignoring Kazur, leaving it in the box.
But while you could, I feel like some of those partner with Legends really do have a really good half and a very passable partner, and you're like, yeah, that's a shame. What's what's a vibe check you have thought of recently in the last few days? Maybe something that...
I am not playing the Hero's Blade in the deck, but I do think that Ultimecia, Time Sorceress, could pick up the blade. She's 5 mana, 4/5, that when she enters or attacks, surveils 2, and does the whole like extra turn on the end step if you exile 8 cards from your graveyard and spend 8 mana. You're probably gonna try and get in there with her for combat, and like her stats are already fine, she can do it, but if you add the +3/+2 to that, she's doing it even better. Puts her at 7 power. Just like get in there and start cutting heads off. And she gets Menace if you flip her over, and then you're at like 10 power with Menace, like cutting your head off.
Yeah, because when I think about those, like, I'm pretty sure there was like that cycle. Was there just like a cycle of villains that flip? But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think that is the majority of the villains from Final Fantasy. They do the flippers.
I'm still thinking about like the flip Garland Knight of Cornelia, because it still does very similar surveil shtick. Then you get a 6/4 with the blade equip, but then you flip it over to a flying 8/7. Like, that's pretty good. It's okay.
Yes, quite respectable.
Yes, indubitably. Yeah, Final Fantasy. Yeah, Gabe, you're right. Final Fantasy was just great.
Incredible set, truly.
Okay. So let's very briefly go to the comments section, which is actually not chat. It's actually the comments section, because someone came in and popped in last minute as we were recording, and I looked at my phone. I'm like, who the fuck commented on a prior episode, and we missed it during the recording. But I got to shout out Lobster who popped in, saying, I can't believe I didn't comment. And I smoked way too much medicine to say anything pertinent to the material. I'm a touch grass. Oh yeah, so good. I'm like, wow. Thank you.
Goat. Hell yeah, dude.
How appropriate. So good. Okay.
Oh shit, Charlotte got a great sort of tier game, and damn, I'm a believer now. Let's fucking go.
I'm telling you.
As it turns out, that equipment that just says, let me just scooch on past you, it's fucking perfect. That's all you need.
Let me scooch on past you and hit you a little bit harder. So, yeah. Okay, so give me 1 second here, because we're gonna do a DJ Space Girl track live. This is not how this should look. What did Brandon do? Okay. So we're gonna run back Moonchild. In case people don't know. We'll give context maybe afterward, because we got some people in here who don't normally listen, but this is a DJ Space Girl original. And just remember, you got the power to be his friend. So we'll be back in a second.
You got the power to be his friend. It's Moonchild. You got the power to be his friend. It's Moonchild. You got the power to be his friend. It's Moonchild.
It's the beginning of a new and excitingly different... true.
And we're back. Quinn, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, hey, I was like, oh, what's like a track that I could run back for this episode just to like keep the structure going and have people be like, what the fuck is this? If you don't know, Quinn composes like 99.9% of all the music that we're running on the podcast right now. So if also, hey, buy DJ Space Girl Story, like, or Space Girl Story, excuse me, buy DJ Space Girl Story album and give that money to Quinn.
Yeah, it's on my Bandcamp at djspacegirl.bandcamp.com. Backstory with Moonchild. Apparently, if you put a sufficiently inspirational track within my orbit, then I'll sample it and make something out of it. I don't have any criteria as to what sufficiently inspirational means, but yeah.
So if some random internet people like put this weird, bizarre 90s thing called Moonchild. Wow, hey, Steven and Cranky, same brain here.
Thank you so much, gamers.
If yeah, like all of the video game like news outlet stuff on my Blue Sky feed was like, do you know Moonchild? And I'm like, no, I don't know Moonchild.
The platformer that fucking hates you.
And then one of the comments was, because, you know, most Blue Sky posts aren't automatically blasting the audio of the video that they're playing. They're like, I need you to go and like unmute and listen to this track. And I was like, it's Moonchild. It's catchy as hell. And then you learn about like the sources and everything. I'm like, Quinn, I need to put this into your brain for the earworm potential. And then I also need to give you like the sources, and then you go do whatever you want with that, with the samples. And there you go.
Yeah, I literally just posted that in the group chat, and then I was like, interesting. And then later, just fucking looping in my brain that I had the power to be his friend, and I needed to sample it. And then Cole was like, you should put an organ on that. So we put a church organ on it.
I don't remember saying that, but...
You did. You can search it in the chat.
I'll have to remember this. So yeah, DJ Space Girl track every episode, almost guaranteed. So Mike reached out to me recently. He's like, he said some things that I will not elaborate upon until he elaborates upon it, but he was like, hey, I might want to give you some beats to use if DJ Space Girl needs a break. And I'm like, huh? What? And then he sends me 2 tracks. And I was like, he was like, yeah, I might have some music. And I'm like, do you have some music? Or are you like telling me about the 120 like heavy metal screamo bands that you've been interviewing over on MI, the Bullcast? And he's like, nah, I've been doing it. I've been composing it. And I'm like, all right. So yeah, they're pretty good. I was gonna run it by you, but like I imagine like if you wanted like a month to get another track out, you could get that room to do that.
Sweet.
But it also,
I didn't know Mike was in the booth like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I was like, damn, people contain multitudes, you know.
Real.
Yeah. So let's attempt to go into creative media. I don't know. What have you checked out in the last few days in terms of like YouTube videos or Magic podcasts or whatever? We are still waiting.
I can go look up.
We are still waiting for the
Legendary
Creature podcast. We are waiting. We are all waiting because we know they got that episode recorded for the 9 review.
I watched the fashion history of the ninja class in Final Fantasy by @CloverGirly on YouTube. She does a bunch of those. Yeah. She did do one for Paladins. I saw that. But yeah.
Okay, good.
She does a bunch of those class explorations and looks at their fashion over time. I think I mentioned the monk class last time I was watching a video of hers. But yeah, she also had one on ninjas, and ninjas are very cool and good in Final Fantasy. So watched that and got that cool exploration of the way that they dress and look.
Yeah, there's one thing that as long as Tetsuya Nomura doesn't go absolutely crazy on any given Final Fantasy, there will be some kind of visual consistency between the classes in each of the games as they come out. Okay.
I mean, I would never ask Tetsuya Nomura to not go crazy, because that's when we get his best work, and that's important.
That's when you get like
buckles and asymmetry are key design elements. Yeah, and every one of those fucking rules. Have you seen Lulu?
Yeah, and it seems like
She's
cosplayer's
perfect.
worst nightmare.
It is, but that doesn't mean she's not perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a new article that Kristen just put out today that I actually haven't looked through properly, but I think it is one that is very important to me in particular. Are tap lands viable in modern day Commander?
OMG. Yes, they are. Next question.
The answer is yes, and shut the hell up. I'm still waiting for someone to come through chat to be like, well, actually, I'm like, I don't care. Yeah. In terms of other Magic things, I'm actually going to have to look at my like history and be like, what the hell am I looking at? And
you're so right, Charlotte. I do wish that Lulu got more than one card, because she's an incredibly powerful black mage, and she only got one blue card, and it doesn't even do the consistent thing that black mages do in that game. Like, I get that she's from the banned counters deck, and it makes sense that they would like choose to showcase her ice magic with the stun counters and all of that, but like, bruv, she is a black mage. Make her do the black mage pingers thing. Lock in.
So hey, there we go. That's the part 2 that we need, is we're like, you fucked up. You didn't put Lulu in properly, so we need you to run Final Fantasy again, called the After Years, and make it work. So
we can't call it that. Also, hello, Phyrexia and Hannah. Thanks for coming through.
Okay, maybe we can't, but WotC can. There's also a bunch of WotC news that I will not go over, because that is not what this podcast does. But the only thing I can say is yikes, and we will move on.
Yep, sounds good. Not touching that.
So hey, nope, no, I'm not qualified. I might be a hater, but that just sounds like a problem if I get into it. So hey, Blake over I say over, but Blake Everett over in the Legendary Creature Discord, he does some cocktail Magic content creation over on YouTube. The last couple episodes that he's done, or like things that he's been doing, he did Negroni cocktails based off of Trinisphere, about just coming up like a couple weeks ago now. And okay, this next video is more Dungeons and Dragons related, but he did Ancient Dragon cocktails that all look pretty dang tasty. So if I'll, once this episode comes out, there'll be links in the episode notes. But hey, Magic at the Bar, the B&R. That's the place you want to go check out if you want to see what Blake's been cooking up in his bar. I loved his I'm spoiling the intro to the Negroni cocktail, but his sleight of hand tricks at the beginning. I thought that was pretty charming. So go check that out in particular. Other
I really
things
liked
that I've
his
watched.
Chaos Orb that had the alcohol in the ice orb, and then you like crack that and make the drink that way. Like that was a very cool
the very
take
first
on...
the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I just want to briefly touch on the he is an amateur magician. Yeah. I only knew that now. There was a video I wanted to mention last when we were recording, but I hadn't actually finished it, and I'm hesitant to mention it because it's this German guy of the video. I lost my mind learning CEDH, and I'm just like, holy shit, this thing is nearly an hour long. What could possibly be going on? And then I'm like,
I also
actually,
watched
hold on a
that
minute.
video.
I'm like, actually, I don't even need to watch this video. I already know
CEDH.
because Twitter
Those
and
tournaments
Blue
sound
Sky
fucking
have
awful.
already shown me everything I need to know. But yeah. You saw that video, it's wild, yeah. Are we still here? What's going on? Oh, we're still here, I think. Are we lagging?
Bro, did we lose Cole?
Uh-oh. Hello? Oh no.
Yeah, we did lose Cole.
Oh,
there
we
we go. He's
did.
back.
Okay,
All
hello.
right.
Fire up MTG. Fuck you, Light. No,
Light,
that was not.
unfortunately,
Yeah,
the only things that they have available for me on MTGO are Secrets of Strixhaven Draft and Vintage Cube, and I'm not doing either of those.
yeah. I don't know where I paused there. I don't know what caused that lag. Blame the internet or something. Yeah, no, CDH is fucking wild.
Blame Canada.
There are many things we do right. The internet, I look at Rogers. I know what kind of acquisitions that they're up to right now. Let's go to Bruce off the shelf, huh?
Hell yeah. I can get into the other decks from my pick 2 draft that we didn't pick last time.
From the last time? Yeah, sure. I'm like trying to think. I'm like, what did I have I modified Sephiroth a whole lot from last time? I'll look that up and see here. In chat, what are people what new stuff are people working on? And I say new stuff, I mean like what's a new deck? I don't care what the legend is. What's a new deck people are working on? Sephiroth. Oh, you know what? I do
right,
have.
I sent you the document.
Okay, I got someone with the new tech that I have been warning you about, and I got him with what's that instant speed black spell where you pitch a black spell to kill everything that entered that
Force of
turn?
Despair.
Yeah, I got someone with the Force of Despair the other day, so it's working out. You better watch the fuck out.
I'm also a big fan of Force of Despair, so you're not going to catch me hating too hard on that. I absolutely, like a game recognized game.
Cool. All right. You did talk about that deck, so let's scroll down.
We talked about the first two, I think, so the second two are the ones that we didn't cover.
Okay, yeah. Go for the second, the third one. Let's talk about Ultimecia.
All right, yeah. So, Ultimecia Time Sorceress. The thesis here, basically, new Blorbo just dropped. I played Final Fantasy VIII, and she's the villain of Final Fantasy VIII. I like to build a deck around the characters from the from the games that move me, and Ultimisia and her fucking harebrained scheme of time compression is pretty inspirational. So we took a look at the deck. As far as what the card does, it enters and attacks and surveils. There's another paragraph of text, but we're probably not going to get there because I will either have an overwhelming board state and kill you before we get there, or you'll kill me with hammers for even putting that in the command zone. So yeah, don't worry about it, kitten. Oh, brother.
I'm here. I was listening the whole
still
time.
Alive?
Yeah. Future Cole, edit that out.
So yeah. He will not edit that out. The main things that Ultimisia does is surveil on enter and attack, and she's in good colors for, like, I don't know, Dance Macabre Reanimator. And so, yeah, we're back at it again. Construction. I put some guys in here that previously that said whenever you surveil, but frankly none of them are very good, so I cut them eventually, and most recently we're on good looters instead. The only good character in here who says whenever you surveil is Mirko, Obsessive Theorist, so we did leave him in, but everybody else got the fucking axe. We ended up replacing them with Likeness Looter, the Ancient One, Vohar Vodalian Desecrator, the Unctus Grand Metatect, and Emmet Selk Unsundered. I respect the draw and discard a lot more than I respect the whenever you surveil technology. I think that touching more cards is going to be more impactful for my game plan.
Yeah, you have more control about what you want to go in the graveyard.
Yeah, exactly, and it makes it easier to find my reanimates and put them into my hand when I want them after having surveilled the other things into my graveyard, and just like, I think the deck overall will run more smoothly if I'm touching more cards, and this is pretty proven in gameplay, not like here, but everywhere else, basically. If you're having a problem with the deck, you just add more card advantage, and that usually fixes it. The other stuff that we have, what am I reanimating? Great question. It kind of doesn't matter as long as it's big enough and mythic rarity, so I hit the search bar with a type : creature, rarity : mythic, mana value greater than 4, sort : EDH rec, OTAG : removal, and then just picked the best ones from that pile that I liked. We ended up with bullshit like Cityscape Leveler and Summon Bahamut and Archon of Cruelty. You know, we had to put my stinky boys in like Dusk Mangler and Malboro. I'm on the Massacre Worm because I love that bitch. We're on the other stinky boy, Noxious Gear Hulk. We've got a Rotten Mouth Viper, just like all sorts of rude haymakers at mythic rarity and above or below. We wanted to make sure that we got the dragons that I like in, so Kokusho the Evening Star and Keigo the Tide Star, as well as Kairi the Swirling Sky and Junji the Midnight Sky. Bro's firing the producer, Lamau. We also got the technology to return instants and sorceries to my hand so that I can cast my reanimates that reanimate more than one creature. I can get the Archaeomancer and then a bomb and then put the sorcery back in my hand. You know what the fuck it is. I'm Dance Macabre Reanimator, bitch. I'm casting Dance Macabre. I'm sacrificing an Archaeomancer. I'm returning the Archaeomancer. I'm putting the Dance Macabre back in my hand. And if I'm lucky, I'm grabbing other creatures. So that's that game plan. We got 6 of them. A new one that I hadn't considered previously is Donnie and April, a Dorkable Duo. When they enter, you choose one or both, and each mode must target a different player. You have target player draws 2 cards, or target player returns an artifact, instant, or sorcery card from their graveyard to their hand. I initially ignored this because I thought that you had to pick both of these, but you can just pick one mode and have one of those target you. And maybe if I'm feeling benevolent and somebody else has done something to earn Fair Majesty's favor, then we can bestow upon them 2 cards or something. And the other thing that I wanted to ensure that we included in here is the dance. So we've got a bunch of fucking sorceries that reanimate. We're on Reanimate, Dread Return, Beacon of Unrest, Dance Macabre, new guy, Aberrant Return, new-ish guy, Charnel Serenade. We got some Final Fantasy bangers in the form of Rejoin the Fight. We have Espers to Magicite, but that's an instant, and it's doing a Graveyard Hate in addition to the reanimating, which I think is very useful. And then we gotta have them big bangers, so Breach the Multiverse is in here, Hex of Undeath is in here, Afterlife from the Loam is in here, and then it says Surveil on it, so we had to put Connive Concoct in here. And all of these are bringing my guys back from the graveyard and returning or going back to my hand with the Archaeomancer, with the exception of Charnel Serenade. Once you cast this one, it's going on suspend for 3-time counters, which is basically the same thing as putting it back in my hand, although the loop is quite a bit slower. We're also on Animate Dead, Dance of the Dead, Necromancy. You know what the fuck it is. It's a reanimator deck. Of course they're in here. And then the last element of this is the Ashioks. I have one of them that reanimates and is tutorable from your library or graveyard with the Ashioks Forerunner. So we made sure to include them, Ashiok Sculptor of Fears. This one is actually really fucking weird though, because the -11 ability says gain control of all creatures target opponent controls. Unfortunately, that scares the hose. So if you put this in the battlefield, you need to make sure that you're capable of protecting it, because even if your intention is to -5 and you try and convince gamers that you're only going to -5 and that you're not trying to steal their creatures, you fucking... people are gonna attack Ashiok and try and kill them. And then I wanted to play the other Ashiok from Wilds of Eldraine with the... very cool Selena Malion art with the redacted hands that I love. So yeah, we played that one. I just like them. Gameplay experience. I have played one game with this deck. We had a land-cycled Malboro very early, and then we reanimated that with a Dance of the Dead. I think we hardcast Sephiroth, the board got Wrath, then we hardcast Conrad, we played Ashiok. We tried to get to reanimate numbers, but gamers read the ultimate and got scared, so they killed Ashiok, and we never got there with them. Conrad died at one point, and we hardcast Arden, the Usurper from Final Fantasy. Fucked up Magic the Gathering card if you've never played that guy. Give it a try. And Arden is still like $1.57, which is fucking bananas for the text on this card. So if you don't have one of these in your library, I highly recommend picking that up. It's a fucking banger. Basically says win the game on it. We used Arden to reanimate Conrad, and we held on long enough with the lifelink that Conrad got from Arden and activating the Conrad ability and milling creatures and doing the pinging and gaining life that way, that we were able to put enough bodies into my graveyard and then cast a Boggart Trawler and exile my own graveyard to put a bunch of Conrad triggers on the stack and go for the kill that way. And we got the GGs. Wait, fuck, we didn't cast Ultimecia. So apparently she's completely irrelevant to the game plan. You don't need her, but if we do cast her, she'll be good. Oh, Cole. Oh man. Oh dear. Alright, well, I don't know what to tell you, gamers. He's in the no internets dimension. The tubes are not connected where they need to be. Hey, Cranky, he was in that game. Yeah, I did get the GGs. And yeah, Arden is gross, especially in a demon deck. Because, like, he's giving the demons Menace, Lifelink, and Haste, and it doesn't have to have been reanimated by Arden. Which is fucking busted. Damn, Cole's firing the producer. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. R.I.P. Brandon. Yeah, Stephen, Arden is also very fun to draft in Limited. I really like Final Fantasy Limited. I basically always force Grixis Wizards, and basically it always works out.
Am I back?
In some decks, haste is more important, but more often than not, it is lifelink. Yeah, haste is basically an extra turn, but the lifelink is also extra turns, and if you put both of those together, Arden's kind of like 2 extra turns in a trench coat. So do your math on that, and then cut your Sheoldred Whispering one and play Arden the Usurper instead.
Am I back? Sorry. Hello?
I can see his waveforms. I can't hear Cole, though.
God fucking damn it. Can anyone in chat hear me? Okay, good. Everyone can hear me except Quinn. Quinn, hit the... Quinn needs to hit the unmute thing. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
you can't.
dear.
What's good?
It's all broken.
Hold on. Click the mute talker button.
Hey, uncharismatic bard. Hi, unclick the mute talker button. Okay, we have unclicked the mute talker button.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. How does it sound to everyone else? Still same old? It's, yeah, smoke signals, everyone.
Great question.
I tried...
Bro, what happened?
I tried changing over to another browser because, like, of all the latency spikes, because I still... Whatever. Again, the producer on watch, man. I'm sending him to HR. It's fucking over, man. Anyway. Sorry, yeah, no. Anyway, thanks for holding up the episode while I was gone, because holy shit, technology. I hate it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. So anyway, yeah, Arden the Usurper is the good card that wins the game.
Yep, I got about that much from chat, and the answer is yeah, that guy's pretty fucked up. Not only in the game that he shows up in, but also in card form.
I haven't touched Final Fantasy 15 yet. I think that's the 15 and the MMO one, 11, are the only ones that I haven't actually like spent any time at all in. So I'm looking forward to getting to that.
Yeah, and what are the chances that you'll actually be touching 11?
They did actually just get an expanded free trial. So the meme of Final Fantasy XIV's free trial copy pasta, if Final Fantasy XI is as good a game as 14, perhaps it'll be the new meme copy pasta. We might try it out.
You might. Okay. I guess I got a deck to talk about. I haven't touched.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it. It's the link. I'm gonna send you the link to good old Boros Sephiroth Fallen Hero. Did you guys talk about Gilgamesh passing the check? Did we? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. He puts the blade into play for free. You can also cast the blade and have Gilgamesh pick that up. And you can have him auto-equip the blade if he picks that up. But I feel like if you have done your job, then you might have higher impact knives to pick up off of that attack trigger than the hero's blade. So it's worth consideration in the deck for sure. If he's your commander, though, I think I'm probably picking different knives. In the 99, though, if Gilgamesh is just like one of the best cards in your deck, like in the Ognis equipment deck, then yeah, I'm absolutely playing the Hero's Blade in that deck. And if Gilgamesh puts that into play, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah,
sure.
I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure I got Hero's Blade in that Ognis deck because I had Hero's Blade in the Maria deck, and Sephiroth, Gilgamesh was in that deck because just Gilgamesh reads so stupidly good. And yeah. But yeah, so let's talk about my Sephiroth Fallen Hero deck. And the grand scheme of it is like the updates haven't been super substantial, but I have included 2 cards as part of the time to catch your friends slipping dock cards. Excuse me. So one of them was one that Kristen
Oh yeah, we got a Containment Priest in here. Nice.
Yeah, Containment Priest. Put some swords or +1 counters on her, and she's gonna hit you in the face as a 7/5. And it's like, okay, don't do that. Don't stop. But then Kristen got me on another card that I'd opened a couple copies of a couple years ago when I bought a Assassin's Creed box for my birthday. So I opened a couple of Fall of the First Civilization, and this is a card that
this card is actually good.
Yeah. So you got 3 and a white for 3 chapters on a saga here. Chapter 1, you and target opponent each draw 2 cards. Chapter 2, exile target artifact an opponent controls. And Chapter 3, each player chooses 3 non-land permanents they control, destroy all other non-land permanents. So I'm like, I don't know, keep Sephiroth and whatever the fuck out. Like, I think this is surprisingly as long as I can maintain part of my creature board state, then the rest kind of works out. But like, other people might or might not be able to withstand having to select 3 permanents. But you know, I haven't gotten a chance to actually like hit the card to see how it works out, but we'll see. But I was just what did I play it against? Like, what was the pod? Sephiroth. Okay, so admittedly, it was a 3-player game, which means that this is where Sephiroth goes the fuck off.
Oh, okay.
You know, we that night we were getting we actually managed to get up to 8 people, and then one of them had to quickly, as soon as he arrived, leave for slight emergency reasons. And, you know, all's well that ends well. It seems everything turned out good, but he had to go. But, you know, I got like Sanctuary Warden out. Do you remember this card from New Capenna? I have very, very rarely gotten to play this card.
I think I've cast it precisely once on MTGO, but I don't play it a whole lot now.
So Sanctuary Warden is 4 and a double white for a Flying Angel Soldier. So I guess if you're playing that weird soldier type deck, like, this card could go in. When it enters with 2 shield counters on it, and whenever it attacks or enters or attacks, you may remove a counter from a creature or planeswalker you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 1/1 white and green citizen creature token. So that is just one more Sephiroth clone that can be modified on the board state. Which is pretty sweet, but also, hey, great sort of tier. Speaking of, this deck loves that card. People can't fucking deal with a growing set of creatures boring down on them, bringing down a blocker. The deck has continued to. I've been thinking about it a lot in terms of, like, let's say for whatever goddamn reason that I shift gears. And replace a Boros legend in the command zone for my shtick. And if I will no longer become the bludger guy, which, like, you know, it ain't stopping anytime soon. Sephiroth might be that fucking guy. I don't know. It might be. We'll see.
Sephiroth is that fucking guy. Truly making everything a 7/5 is just like, none of these people were meant to have stats like that.
No.
And if you have like 4 7/5s, you're really fucking crushing people's life totals.
And God forbid they themselves have any other keywords like evasion, flying double strike, menace, trample, the whole works. Like, people are like, holy fucking shit. What am I supposed to do? You know,
they're not prepared for it.
I will say that, like, before the game started, I was like, okay, this game could go like really badly or like really well in my favor because it's a 3-player game. But I did have an opening hand where I had a Kujata, but I'm like, there is nothing else in this hand but summon Kujata, and I can't actually risk keeping it because if it blows up in my face, it's over. So unfortunately, Steven, I'm sorry.
Makes sense.
I had to put the boy back in, but at the same time, it's the boy, and you got to respect his power. And this guy continues to show up to party, and just fuck everyone up. I'm gonna actually take a tangent here before we go back to you for the other deck you didn't get to talk about. I lent someone the Audric Blood Curse deck.
Oh yeah.
And the this
oh, the internet just fucking abandoned us.
Man. Am I? No. Okay. All right. I lent someone. Fuck you all. Okay. I lent someone Audric Blood Curse. That's what I did. Okay. We'll see if we can get through this story. The long and short of it is, this guy is very much I don't want to automatically label him as like a power gamer, but he unabashedly runs Anim Pakal and he only has like a handful of commander decks. So like this is you're like Anim Pakal, right? Like you're fucked if you let this man breathe.
Yeah,
right?
Anim Pakal is a very strong Magic the Gathering card. You have to apply pressure immediately. You cannot let them get their feet under them or they will just fucking kill you.
There was a cat card from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that he asked for. He's like, does anyone have this card? And I'm like, what is...
Oh, Sally Pride?
No. Well, maybe. No. I think, no, it's something else. I might have to get back to you on that. I'll look it up, but I was just like shaking my head, right?
Oh, what does the card do?
If something enters under your control, you can put a +1 counter on another target. I think it's a white card.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but it was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles card, and I was just like, fuck, no, I don't have it, and even if I had it, I wouldn't give it to you. Mighty
Weird.
Mutanimals, I think is, yeah, here we go. So when it...
Bitch, that's not a cat.
Hey, I thought it was a fucking cat, because there's a cat on it. So it enters with a mutant token, but then it says Alliance, whenever another creature you control enters, put a +1 counter on target creature you control. And I was like, in an Anim Pakal deck, absolutely the fuck not. And I was like, even if I did have this card, I would not give you this card because you cannot have that power. Like, I'm not plotting my own doom by you doing this.
Bro's gatekeeping.
I am, for the good of the table. So I'm like, all right, play this deck, right? He's like, I'm looking for decks to play, and everyone's like volunteering some stuff, and I'm like, play Audric Blood Curse. He's like, oh,
like, how about you smoke some mids?
Yeah. He's like, okay, go for it. So the first game he had, apparently it just went tits up. One of our other friends who's notorious for just running some like, oh, whoops, I comboed out on turn 5, or we're like, you need to stop doing this, please. So then he ran it back. And I glance over and I see a Wefstalker Ardent, I see a Professional Facebreaker, and like something else.
Okay,
and
we're cooking.
Yeah, I'm like, we're off. Oh, and a Swiftfoot Boots. So like he's already got like a half decent start to get Audric set up. To which then I proceed to see him play Audric into a Airbender Ascension, which was activated so it could flicker at the end step. And I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
And then he starts doing the thing that I do where I'm like, okay, I have like over a dozen blood tokens. Like, what do I do? Right. So I start digging. And then he draws into Storm of Souls. And he's like, oh,
nice.
Oh, okay. So he dumps in Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight into the graveyard. He puts in Aurelia, the War Leader. I think he had Smeller Bee and a few other things in the graveyard. Like, he had my opponent dead to rights. Like, it was disgusting. And he's like, okay, dump enough stuff into the graveyard, and now I'll cast Storm of Souls, bring all this stuff back, and my opponent's like, oh god, you got me like 20 different ways dead. Like, yeah, I'm dead. And I'm just standing there over in the corner.
They
like,
fucking explode to Wefstalker Ardent. They explode to combats. They're just fucking toast 5 different ways from Sunday. Incredible. Oh.
Yeah, so and then he hands the deck back to me, and he's like, well, Cole, you did it. You figured out how to make a shitty commander into a good deck. And I'm like, yep, I did. I have done that for over 4 years. That's my one claim to fame. So yeah,
my life's work,
all in one deck. So yeah, it made me laugh to crack me up. So yeah, Audric continues to get dubs even when I'm not the player, and other people come to appreciate it. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's fucking go. I'm glad that other people are finally seeing the light of Avacyn, even if they have to have it like forcibly handed to them. Like, play this deck and you will maybe understand.
Yeah, I need you. Yeah, you know, like, I'll never get over my friend who's like, you know, you play stuff and stuff happens, and I'm like, well, you could say that for most commander decks, but I guess in particular for mine, it applies the most. So yeah, what is the last deck you got here?
Hey, so I was in the Legendary Creature Podcast Discord, and somebody was talking about some of those partners, like Wernog and Hargild from the Stranger Things IRL set. So yeah, you know, Wernog, Rider's Chaplain, enters or leaves. Each opponent may investigate. For each one who doesn't, you lose a life, or they lose the life. And I investigate X times, where X is 1 plus the number of opponents who investigated this way. And then Hargild, Kindly Rune Chanter, who taps for 2 Wingdings, and you can spend that only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. They leaned in real close and were like, hey, so what if we made your opponents completely reliant on those clues for card advantage?
Fuck you.
What if we played ethical discard? We shred their hands, we give them clues as the only source of card advantage, so they have to take the Wernog deal. And I'm just like, brother, you were wildin'. I'll be right back with the list.
Fuck yeah, you were there within like the day, like the hour, like hey.
Yeah, we have brewed a bunch of decks and become incredibly efficient at it.
So hold on. I gotta quote Light. I don't know if Light's still in chat, but let's see if she's still here. So you shared the link in the group chat. You're like, new brew for you to kill me with hammers over. We're like, okay, let's go check it out. Light immediately says, I see a fuck-ass guy with rocks. I'm going to bludgeon you with them. Let's look. Okay, first off, I see Esper, not 4-color. You expressed exactly the lowest level of self-restraint, which is fucking hilarious. To which then she says, oh, Quinn, come on. Fuck off. What are all these fucking virus beetles doing here? There's so many. Yeah, I'm never playing against this. And then to which then I say immediately after this, okay, I'm bringing the nuke specifically for you. To which then Benoit says, I will raise the sword against this just so you know, heads up, it'll be a sharp sword. And then Light coming back in with, I'm bringing Pants out of retirement if you want to die so badly. And fucking Cloud is still here. Get that. And then I'm like, I need this Twink obliterated. I need this Fae obliterated. Like, fuck right off. What are you doing in here?
So I'm just like, great news. They are indeed killing me with hammers over this deck.
As we should be. As we should be.
So yeah, the deck construction does indeed look like 9 fucking virus beetles. I got some bigger boy, each opponent discards cards, my stinky boys of the Dusk Mangler and Malboro. We've got Aclazots to make them discard on attack. We've got Arbiter of Woe to be a large who makes them discard on ETB. We also included some subtle suggestions of don't attack me and I'll give you card advantage in the form of Brina, Gix, either Drift Gonti, and Norn's Decree. All of that is just like, listen, if you focus your attentions elsewhere, then maybe you get a crumb of card advantage after I've stripped your fucking hand of cards. I have the Stoneblade package, and in all caps in the notes here, I say, do not fucking at me. We needed to blink Wernog. I don't have any other blink technology in the deck besides that. So, like, what do you want from me? Except that's not entirely true. I do have Aminashi the Fate Shifter. I don't ever play this card, but she does say blink target Wernog, so we're just going to do that. She's also got the... You know what? Literally none of the rest of the text on this card matters. It's just blink target Wernog, if I'm being totally honest.
Nothing else matters. Classic Wernog player.
Yeah. Because I'm also playing, or not also, because I'm playing Wernog and I have the potential to generate a bunch of clues, we put in Tezi, Master of the Bridge. He does the +2 to deal X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of artifacts you control and you gain X life. He also says some shit about affinity and then some other shit about returning artifacts from your graveyard to your hand. And then there's a -8 here that we're never going to get to because my opponents can read. But the main thing that we are doing is +2ing him and killing you. And that's the thing that you're probably going to kill him for. And if you're not killing him, then obviously killing me. But yeah, you know, we got to fucking try. So he's in the deck. I have to have concrete win conditions if I'm going to play a root for the sake of being a root ass strategy. That is how that works. You have to demonstrate killing intent. That's the other thing that the knives are in here for, is to demonstrate killing intent. You can't play a control deck without showing them how you are going to kill them. We've also got some whenever opponent discards technology. I got the Waste Not, the Megrim, the Liliana's Caress, you know those classics. But I also have a newcomer from Edge of Eternities, the Entropic Battle Cruiser, which is basically a spaceship that's also a Megrim that also, once you've stationed it far enough, has flying and death touch, and whenever it attacks, each opponent discards a card, and each opponent who can't loses 3 life. So if
why
they
is
are
this
hellbent,
damn thing
I
a
am
310?
you.
What the fuck?
Primarily so that you can station it and protect yourself, but I'm not about that life. If I can, we are going to ensure that this guy gets into combat so that I can be killing you. Because, yeah, that's very important to me. I have to be killing you. Stoneblade is part of how I'm killing you. We also have a Nettle Cyst in here because the number go up technology is important for demonstrating killing intent, as well as a cranial plating. Both of those are gonna, I can just put those on any fucking flyer in the deck. It kind of doesn't matter which. They'll all get there. Speaking of larges that make you discard, I have Myojin of Night's Reach in this deck. I've never played this card, but each opponent discards their hand is such a brutal line of text, and if we've got that in conjunction with the Megrims and Liliana's Caresses, and the if you want card advantage, you have to attack other people, like all of that is very, like, it's shaping combat in a way that is potentially favorable to me if my opponents can see past their bloodlust for me making them discard their hands, which is questionable. I don't know if that is going to work. We haven't gotten to test this yet.
You haven't deployed it upon the public yet, I see. Yeah.
Other win conditions, we have Tiny Bones, the first one. because they do have that button that says if your opponents are hellbent, they lose 10 life. And that is also a concrete I'm killing you button. It's, like we talked about, crucial to be demonstrating killing intent if you're going to be playing a rude for the sake of being rude strategy. You got to make sure that you're not prolonging people's misery just for the fuck of it. I think that's a thing that a lot of control deck players miss, and I endeavor to not miss that when I'm playing a control deck. And make no mistake, discard is a control strategy. It is removal that is proactive. They can't cast the threat at you if they do not have the threat in their hand.
Yup. Not much to say about that, except I hate to be on the receiving end of it, but it works. It's rather than, we're playing Lantern Control, are you going to concede? And you're like, no. And they're like, fuck. Damn it. Shit.
Yeah. Concession is not an acceptable win condition for me. I need to be demonstrating killing intent and actually like showing you how you're going to die. Like, I mean, if you do decide you've had enough and you would like to concede, that's fine. I absolutely will take that, but I'm not like going for the morale victory, so to speak. I would like to reduce your life total to 0.
Yup.
Yeah, like Charlotte says in the chat, I understand how your deck wins, but you need to do it. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just
I need to do
that
it.
As someone who has, like, this is the type of thing where I'm like, out of context, if I'd seen this in a LGS, I would be more inclined to default to just conceding at some point because I'm racing against a clock I don't know, like, actually exists. So, I'm glad it's you doing this because I'm killing you with hammers. But I'm not killing you with hammers indiscriminately. I'm doing it because it's you and I have to do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have played against enough strangers that have been like, oh, so like I play this so that you concede to me. I'm like, okay, fuck off with that. Like, don't make this miserable. But instead you're like, okay, I'm going to make you miserable, but then I'm going to stab you.
The internet is absolutely eating that sentence. Run that back for me one more time. You played against a deck that was playing something so that they can concede to you?
I'm going to play this deck so it's so miserable that you concede.
Gotcha. Okay, continue.
And then it's like, okay, fuck off. But in your case, it's like, I'm going to make it be miserable, but also I'm going to stab you with a sword, and then you deal with it. You're like, well, I am bleeding out, and I am disarmed, so there's nothing I can do except bleed out and die, you know?
Yeah, my discard has a point here. It is to remove the threats so that I can cut your fucking head off without you interrupting me, whereas other people are removing the threats and they don't follow up. Gotta have the follow-up. Lamau, is that Brandon Kindred? No, his Zur, the Curse Chanter, Curse's Prison deck has the concrete win condition of Luminarch Ascension, and he prints out enough angels to beat you to death with 4/4 flyers. That is I respect it. Mm-hmm. And it's tutorable with Zur.
Yep. I dislike tutors, but you know, that's a whole other thing.
Well, that's bracket 4. Heaven's eyes can't see you in there, so sin is legal.
I love that quote that that was so good. What was the typo in that Blue Sky post that you saw yourself? I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh, I think I typed in instead of is or something like that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Truly minor spelling mistake. I probably shouldn't.
Sin are legal. Like what?
Oh no, it was sin in legal. Heaven's eyes can't see you in bracket 4.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I can only give a thumbs up on this, and I will lament the day that I play against this, no matter how soon in the future that's going to be, because I know that I have to have like. Not that I have to meta pick against it, or that I would want to, but at least I gotta know if the damn thing's got good card advantage or not. which probably means I'm playing blue.
You can meta pick against it. Usually when I'm
play
playing
Radun Hakadun then. What could go wrong?
Discard, usually when I'm playing a deck that is about discard, the thing that I ask is, how robust are our card advantage packages? And if the people are paying attention, they can, like, pick something that is very good at drawing cards, and then it's a challenge for me to try and empty their hand and remove their options, and we have fun that way.
I had the arch enemy go.
Fucking not even the arch enemy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
The last time I played a discard deck with the homies, somebody else was arch enemy, and everybody else was completely fine on card advantage.
Well, that sure was a game. You're killing this guy with hammers instead. You're like, oh, okay, good.
Yep.
I do got to shout out because now that I'm looking past the creature suite, I love Haunt the Network. What a cool little card.
Yeah, I thought that was a very compact clues-based win condition. If I have accomplished my mission correctly and built up a stockpile of clues, then I can just cast Haunt the Network and fucking laser someone out of the game. I think that would be very satisfying to pull off repeatedly.
You're like, hello.
I don't think I have the technology to put that back in my hand and pull it off multiple times, but putting some cards in there that can enable that would be a good idea.
Maybe you make this a Dance Macabre deck.
I don't know. I have to cut like a lot of the symmetrical card advantage effects, I think, and replace that with the like dance package, and then I'm jumping through a bunch of hoops, and I'm already jumping through like 3 with the Stoneblade plus discard.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Well, it was just an idea, but figured I'd run it by you anyway, just in case if you wanted to be a real full sicko.
Also, I can't do fucking discard plus repeated edicts.
Well, you say that. You see card names that are also card. I'm so Slay the Spire 2 pilled. Yeah, well, isn't that funny how like a lot of common like terms end up in all these games that we play, and then you're like, oh no, the crossing of the neural network, like I imagine is pretty disorienting.
It all comes back to Magic the Gathering. Oh, I read this book series a couple years back that was I forget what exactly it was, but the people like drew magic from colors, and other people had different colors of magic that they were capable of drafting, and they used that magic to accomplish different goals, and different colors had different properties. And I'm just like, brother, you play Magic the Gathering, it is so obvious. So I went and found the author on social media, and I searched Magic the Gathering, and it was just like, fucking called it. There's your tweet that says you play Magic. I knew it.
I fucking figured you out. You're not slick. I fucking know.
You're not slick.
Brandon Sanderson. The Emperor Protects. Oh hey, Brandon. Speaking of, I got some words for you, bucko.
I could actually like go find the series. It's not a very hard look. Open this app up. Brent Weeks. There we go. The last book in the series is The Burning Light. What is the name of this series? Lightbringer. There we go. The fucking internet dropped right when we pulled that up. That's so funny.
Well, you're gone. Hello?
Hey.
What? Where did your...
Nope, that's still...
Nope.
It's still fucked.
Oh.
Where'd my video go?
What the fuck? Okay, we're back.
Okay, there we go.
We're back.
That's back.
What the fuck, man? You know what? It's a good thing we're going to be wrapping it up soon, because this is starting to become a problem. Why? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Internet is wildin'. Brother, I was going to like be like, Brandon, we're dying over here. Thanks, Comcast. Yeah, no, for real. Okay. Lightbringer.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. We'll look into that. Thanks, Obama. Okay. Well, maybe next time we get together in approximately a week and a half from now. I guess 2 weeks, technically. I don't know. This is technically be around the normal recording time anyway. We can find out if this deck got you killed via hammers. Talk about our favorite collective ramp card. How about go fuck yourself? How about that?
OMG. Fucking Mana Drain.
Fucking Mana Drain and the Wizard discount version, aka it doesn't fucking matter, it's still Mana Drain. No, that card fucking sucks. Go
Mana Sculpt,
jump off a short cliff.
Hate that shit.
The Iron Craig's cool. There we go. Hey, see? Gabe knows
Iron
ball.
Crag does bang, it turns into a knife.
All right. Maybe it's time to wrap it up for today because the internet clearly is not appreciating what we're up to. So
yeah, the internet hates our swag.
To smoke too tough. We really do be struggling out here. So okay. I think if we had a soapbox ready, we've already would have done it. But technically, our last guest handled that, and this was too short notice for us to really get a good one. Hasbro, get your fucking shit together. That's my soapbox. Fucking be human. Be human like Quinn sometimes is.
Yeah, as human as you need me to be.
Okay. So, hey, obviously we're here. We're doing this live. So thank you for everyone who's in chat for coming through and checking in on us, including some of the other Lexicon hosts. Maybe this gave you the vibe of what we do and what we're up to. So, yeah, come through in the future. The episodes are normally twice as long as what we got going on here. So,
yeah, we are some certified fucking yappers.
So we'll go play, we'll be playing on Lexicon on Saturdays. I know Bjorn and the other group, some of the other players for the Golden Circle. I'm blanking despite the fact that I played those one shots with those guys on and off. That'll be on some Friday in the future. Again, once upon a time. And then you can find me at the Bludger Guy. Okay, aka also Johnny Mardu. Hey, what's up? Check the fit. On Blue Sky, Quinn at Girl Dick Energy, HBVC -MTG on Blue Sky, where we're just reposting or posting about what we've been up to lately. The actual proper episode, episode 66 with Kyle, will be out in approximately 2 days. It'll be 2 days. I'll start editing sometime tomorrow, and then the episode will be out on Thursday. And then this episode, I don't know, we'll put it up like around the same time. We'll put it out later today, tomorrow, God knows. We'll find out. Yeah.
Before we head out of here, I want to read this comment from Micah, who absolutely fucking nailed it. Magic is like math, in that it's not so much an invention as a discovery of deep truths about the physical universe.
True. Bars. Fucking Sun Tzu wishes.
All right, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us here. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, cool.
Later, gamers.
I gotta do the actual manual shutdown button. Hold on. Wait, we got it. Hold on.